So hello guys, I hope you're doing well today. We are one more day on ES. So practically what we saw overnight, I'm gonna show you now, is practically we saw, where you see my cursor now, we saw price rejecting and testing again this level, which is this one. You can see here overnight what happened. We double tested this level again, the 75.76. I didn't take this trade. I was awake. I didn't take this trade because volatility was very low and I didn't see any failed breakdown. So I decided to stay out. I just put a small runner about here, but I'm going to keep it up and nothing else so far. We'll see. We backtested this previous VWAP and 7609, and then we just rallied a little bit down. We probed below the previous DVA low, and now we saw like a pullback. So from now, these are the levels that I'm looking for. If we reclaim this, I'm going to go long. This one again, if we see any traps, I'm not going to long straight away here. I'm just going to be waiting to see any traps. I'm going to go long without traps if we see straight away reclaim of the previous DVA low. So I'm going to be waiting. If I see traps here and reclaiming, I'm going to go straight in. And this level, which is very major level, I want to see volatility and I want to see some traps as well. That would be ideal. Anyway, the market open now. I have about, I think, 4 runners up, anticipating a bigger move to the upside, especially since we held this level 3 or 4 times now. So I'm just gonna be expecting either traps or volatility to the upside now. We see buyers coming, but we're on the first minute, so we'll see how it's gonna pan out. You see a lot of buyers are stepping in. We can see right here there was some limit orders which were taken out, some limit orders which were removed right here just before the opening. Now we're testing the previous VWAP. There's nothing for me to do. Now, as you can see, let me just double check. As you can see, we're testing now the weekly VWAP and the intraday DVA high and the CVA high, 2 days. We saw buyers taking temporarily, but this we saw a reloading here. This is at the CVA high. This was at the CVA high, you can see here. We can see also buyers. There's an interest of buying here with the weekly VWAP. Let's see if we're gonna see any breakout or we're gonna see any. We see buyers stepping in, placing some orders here. Let's see if we're gonna have a breakout. Yeah, we see a lot of buyers coming in. You can see here the heat map, big orders. They want to break this level. Mm. I'm just reading my runners now. I want to see a trap so I can enter at the specific levels like I told you before. Haven't seen anything yet, so I'm just sitting on my hands. So here we see price got rejected temporarily because there were a lot of uh, selling selling key levels. So there was the previous VWAP, DVA high, but also there was, you can see here, the VWAP and the CVA high. These are all stacked up. So we're gonna see, we're gonna break this level. Volatility is quite low now, as usual, and quite choppy now. We are quite choppy as well. Let's see if we're gonna see any trap of these key levels. So far, the price has been moving within the previous DVA and the current DVA is developing. If we see a reclaim of the 7605, where's the all the confluences, the bearices, if I see a breakout and retest of this area, I may take the long, maybe with less size, because we see that's a resistance, support resistance level, as you can see. As we can see here, let me just break it out. Yeah, as we can see here, we can see that that was a resistance. We broke out, came in, a resistance here again, and now it's a resistance again. And this one has held during most of the overnight. So that's a nice level. If we go long, if we break out, I'm gonna be looking for a long, maybe with less size because there's gonna be no trap. But we will see how it goes. We see some absorption here. You can see some absorption here at the VWAP, where POC is as well, and VWAP. Sellers want to break this level. We see some buyers stepping in here, right at the POC. And there was also like limit orders there that were taken, liquidity. We see now the buyers are building a block to down there. They're trying to push higher. We're on the positive delta, which means the buyers are in control. Let's see. As you can see now, here, we are kind of in the middle of the range. So there's nothing, literally nothing for me to do. No trades, just running these runners. If we come here and we see a fair breakdown of this level, so I'm gonna take it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be expecting, I'm just gonna sit my hands. Buyers defended the poke. Here you can see they defended the poke, but right here is the RTH VWAP, and they have a problem breaking it. We can see the big block of buying orders here, which gives me the confidence that the buyers, they're gonna reclaim all this area to the upside. We're trying to reclaim now the level. You can see here. There is big selling orders there. Let's see if we're gonna break it. There's some liquidity above as well. Mm. There's a big battle going on there, so you can see on the limit orders. Buyers are trying to push and sellers they want to hold the CVA high. We're still trying to break. Very choppy. See that the buyers are really stepping in. We can see here big orders. They're trying to break this cluster of bearish. Haven't placed any order yet. I'm just waiting for the break to happen. Or some kind of momentum, something, maybe. And we see absorption of the sellers there as well. So we may see the pop-up coming at some point. Sellers are trying to push the price lower, but without any result. They got absorbed. The orders are still coming in. Let's see. It could be a trap for the buyers, which are persisting. I want to see some kind of momentum. Order flow is coming hot. I'm gonna try and go on the buy side, not just now. I want to see. Now they're trying to break. We're still within CVA high. Order flow is good. Lots of sellers there. They're absorbing the buyers. Let's see. The previous VWAP is holding the price there. As you can see here, it's the orange line right here. It was absorbing all the sellers. Let's see another boring session so far. So we can see here on the weekly chart how's the weekly VWAP is holding the price, as well with all other factors. We say CVA high, etc. And there is also the weekly VPOC is another bearish factor there, very close to the weekly DVA high. So that's why price can't really go anywhere for now. We can see also here on the TPO chart how price has opened above the previous poke. So it means that we're gonna be bullish, but we're still within the CVA, the 2-day CVA. So I want to see a breakout from there. This price is just rotational for the moment, nothing much. Buyers are persisting to break this CVA high. I think eventually they're gonna break it because they keep pushing. It's just a matter of time, I guess. The only reason I'm not entering now is because first, I haven't seen the breakout, and second, we may see a big relief candle to the downside before we actually break, and I don't want this to happen. And what I mean relief candle is many times, so you can see here, many times if we see a lot of volume being close to a level and it can't break, sometimes we see big rejection candles to the downside instant. This is called relief candles. It's gonna relieve the pressure from the sellers. So we may see this one candle like to the downside and then we break out. Now we see some kind of activity. Let's see. I don't really like this price action, not only because it's choppy, but also because I want to see lows be taken, like liquidity sweep of the lows, and we haven't seen anything like that yet. Unless, unless you can say, if I find my cursor, yeah, unless you can say that this hole here, uh, unless you can say that this hole here thing was a big liquidity sweep of this support resistance. So we just came here and now we're claiming it. As you can see that this one was a big liquid sweep of this level, but I really wanted to see some kind of rejection to the hit somewhere here. Maybe this one or reclaim enter, second enter here. If we can break it, we may see price coming lower to these levels, maybe a bit later. That's why in trading you need a lot of patience, because if you try to trade these market conditions, you're gonna get choppy to the death. Honestly, you're gonna blow accounts. And I used to blow accounts in those kind of situations in the past. Now I'm just choose to get not involved, stay out, and just gonna be waiting to see what happens. Let's see. We see some volatility now. And this price action is so slow. So here there was again limit orders, which held the price just below the RTH VWAP. You can see the big orders here stacking up just above the weekly VWAP. So now those who actually do swing trading, they want really to break out. That's why they're taking positions at the VWAP, which is a really good place. Let's see if we're gonna see something. Okay, we see something now. I'm not entering yet. I want to see the level breaking. We see bias coming. It's breaking now slowly. I want to see a retest. It's very, very slow. Cumulative delta is rising very much. Okay, I think we see the breakout now. It's trying to sell. It's trying to sell now. Let's see if it's gonna hold. Yeah, it could be a fake out probably. Let's see. There's a big absorption there of the buyers. Let's see if we see another attempt to sell when it's safe to enter. This is very tricky situations, guys. This is very tricky situations. Should I break a retest? Let's see if we're actually gonna break now. This my Sierra chart is freezing again. I'm so tired of it. Okay, let's see now what's going on. It's building a momentum. Let's see. It's very, very thin situation here. I think I'm gonna go in now. It's a very tricky situation because we may see rejection at the overnight high. We're at the extremes. There's some acceptance there. That's why I decided to enter. And I think I'm gonna raise my stops just below here. If this comes down here, it's invalidated anyway, so. Yeah, I think buyers are regaining control now. Price is moving slowly. Buyers are stepping in. They really want to go high. Let's see. We see some rejection there because there were like a big limit orders, as you can see here. Shout out to Skip Freezing. Yeah, I decided to lower my stops just below the VWAP, just in case we have a big retracement to the VWAP, which I don't really think we're gonna see, but just in case. Let's see, now we see some kind of something's trying to happen. Let's see. Mm. There's a lot of liquidity now. You can see here. You can see here how many orders are waiting. I think price is gonna move towards this liquidity. It's a good place to stay there. This price goes really, really slow. It's pushing. It just pushes. It just there's a lot of limit orders, and it's gonna take time. See the buyers are trying to defend the DVA high. Let's see if we're gonna see if the DVA high is gonna hold. See the sellers, they really want to push lower. There's absorption there. You can see here, there's absorption. Let's see if we can push higher. Now here we see some volatility to the upside. Let's see. There's gonna be any follow-up. Let's see, now we're back testing the support level. If we fail, I'm just gonna close my trade, there's no point. We should see buyers coming now if they really want to defend. But we see interest of buying, let's see if they're gonna do something. Yeah. Okay, I'm closing my trade on MT5. Just gonna leave the other one running a bit. Will be a little bit more risky. You see, we see some reaction of the weekly VWAP. So you can see here the weekly VWAP held. There is tons of selling pressure. Previous VWAP holds for now. Let's see. The buyers will step in again. Yeah. The VWAP held the price in the previous VWAP. I'm not very willing to take another trade, at least on my MD5 account. Yeah, I'm not gonna take any other trade on my MD5 account. I have 4 runners running, which I'm gonna take probably most of them. If we test the tops. Okay, we saw the CVA high, weekly VWAP, and RTH VWAP, they were all aligned and they held the price. Now the other question is if the overnight high is gonna break. Yeah, we're at a dangerous point where we may get rejected. I'm going to expect the big sellers coming in. We broke the overnight high, and I believe we will test the previous DVA high. At the previous DVA high, I'm just going to close my trades and probably all my runners as well. We are very close now. You can see here how close we are. We are literally one tick away. Okay, so we finished the day with almost about, I don't know, 9-10% up on my Tradify account. So this is the trade I took. I was looking for the reclaim. We saw here we couldn't break overnight or this level. So we saw here price came and retest the VWAP. Had a little bit of problem to break this level because it was also the previous VWAP. The moment I saw some kind of acceptance and change of delivery here. We see the big candle. I came in. I held to the price. I held to the backtest of the previous VWAP, and then I I left. I was just shy of my take profit. I decided to close when I saw it reversing. Uh, yeah, that was on my Tradify account. And now let's see on my okay, let's funding pips account. So that is 50-minute charts. That's 1 minute chart. Uh, so today we banked about Let's see. $70, which is about 7%. We had, you can see here, we had the 0.5% loss from this trade. I decided to close it because I'm copy trading on this account. I don't want to risk a lot, so I decided to close it. And price action, I didn't like it much, so I decided to stay out since I had 4 runners running, and I closed all my runners for $70, which is about 7%. So as you can see here, if I open, yeah, so you can see all my entries here. This is the runners. This is the one I did last night. So I had 4 runners up. I decided to close all of them because I see bears are really getting serious up to the highs, and I didn't see any recent trap yesterday or today. So I decided to close them, and I'm gonna leave one again and just rotate them every time. Just closing, open, closing, open. Uh, so that's it basically. I hope you have a nice session, and I'm gonna see you next time, I guess, tomorrow. Have a nice day.